Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. So we're going to continue to look at the transits, and I want to begin today, first of all, reminding you that Monday is a third line day, so trial and error, making mistakes, finding out what's wrong, getting it fixed, this kind of thing. As a 1-3, I quite enjoy third line days because many things can get sorted out one way or the other. But I want to give you a framework for the entire week. And for that, we go to the slow moving planets. So we have the 45, and all these slow moving planets will remain in the same gates throughout the week. So if we look at Jupiter, and with Jupiter, we look at expansion, we look at something that is quite pervasive through these times. We have the 45th gate. The gathering together, the king gate, the queen gate, what is being gathered together, and what is leadership of the tribe all about? What is education all about? Who is gathering together with who? So it's a tribal gate, don't forget. And so leadership in that sense, because of the elections in America, and with Trump, as someone who has the 45 in their chart all the time, one has to consider that. One has to consider the factions. After all, tribe is about, are you with us or are you against us? And if you're against us, you're an enemy. So we have this ongoing battle between the Republicans and the Democrats. So that's going on in the background. Where is real leadership? And who is gathering together with who? We've got Saturn in the 63rd gate. So again, this skeptical gate, thinking about the future, thinking about what is the answer to the future. What are the limitations to that? Where can we not see what's going to happen in the future? Trying to think it through logically. What is the best thing to do? What is the best thing to be prepared for? Do you think that is going to be a solution or not? Yeah, the skepticism remains, and Saturn is something where we get to see what the real limitations are eventually. So that's to bear in mind. There is this ongoing mental suspicion about where things are going, and are they going to go in a good way for everyone or not. We have ongoing Uranus that has the 8th gate, is fixing the 8th gate. So again, we're all thinking about how we can make our own unique contribution to the world, how our contribution can be received, by the larger framework. And Uranus carries this unusual quality. What is our unique contribution that can be brought out in an unusual and exciting way? And unusual way. What is your own particular niche? I've noticed that many people are looking now for their niche market, are looking for their place in the world, how they can shine out in that way. So this is an ongoing thing in the slow moving planets. When we get to Neptune, we get to the 36th gate, the gate of crisis, the gate of being overwhelmed, the gate of get me out of here, the gate of feeling, what is the real crisis, both inside and outside in the larger world. And you can't quite grasp Neptune, it's behind a veil. So there's this ongoing feeling of, we're still in crisis, and how do we get through it? Can't quite grasp the way through. Something that's affecting everybody. And we've got Pluto there, still in the 60th gate, still getting us to look at the limitations, looking at the old order. Pluto is life, death, and transformation. So the breaking up of the old order, the breaking up of the things that we've lived with for a very long time. Pluto is hammering away at that and going, yeah, well, we need to get rid of that. Let's keep that. Let's get rid of that. Where is transformation, where transformation can come into the world and into your own personal life? What are the limitations? dealing with that restless energy of going, come on, we got to get through this. So that's the kind of the slower moving planets and the general theme that will remain throughout this week. Leadership again comes up in Mars, that is in the 31st gate. So again, the 31st gate is about leadership. It's about elected leadership, very appropriate for these times. And, what are the leaders saying? What is being said? Is it for a logical direction? Is it for the good of all? Are the promises, or are the actual things being done? With Mars energy behind it, we begin the week with the 31-3 selectivity. How are people perceived depending on who they have around them? And again, because of the political situation, you see Trump selecting his team. Who's on the team? Do we think they're going to be good for our future or not? The power that comes out of that. There's been a lot of very outspoken people that have been brought into Trump's team. And how do you feel about that? People will feel different things. People going, well, that doesn't look good for the future, or great, we've got that person in. That will make a big difference. We are hearing the things that we want to hear for some people, and we are hearing things we certainly don't want to hear for other people, depending on who they are and how the team is coming together and what is said. Do we believe them? Mercury remains in the 26th gate, and the 26th gate is the gate of the egoist, but it's also the gate of the truth teller or the liar. What is being put out there, what is being promoted, thinking about that, thinking about what is being communicated, what is being hidden. Are we hearing the full truth? Are truths being revealed? This is going to go on. There is so much coming out right now. I find it really rather fascinating about all kinds of things. Some of it not true, some of it true. We have to filter through our own consciousness, our own response, our own correct dealing with what comes towards us in terms of truth tellers and liars. And the 58 is being fixed by Venus. So again, we have the ongoing, since Friday, we've got this channel of judgment, this channel of cleaning things up, this channel of the energy to correct things, to get rid of the corruption, for example, to clean things up, to clear things up, to make things more functional, both in the outside world and also in our own lives. Are you cleaning things up? Are you clearing things out? You've got the energy now in the transits to help you to do that. It is, after all, the gate of joy and joyousness. Opening things up so that we can see them and clear them and make things much easier for everyone, and in our own lives. I myself have been putting in various systems in place for the work that I'm involved with, and enjoying that, enjoying clearing that up and putting this in. So that's still a useful pressure from the root, where we must do this, we must clear things up. Also for this day, on the 18th, we've got the 15th gate going through. So the gate of extremes, trying to find balance between the extremes. Our thoughts thinking about humanity and the direction of humanity. Are people doing their duty or not? What is the extremes and what's the other side? Are things coming more into balance, or are still things too extreme? What is going on with humanity? And again, you can see various disasters happening around the world in terms of flooding in Valencia, and more hurricanes and tornadoes and all kinds of things going on. So again, humanity and the extremes that can happen to us. So that's going on in the moon. It shifts when we move into Tuesday, into the 19th, and we come to the 39th gate in the moon. We've still got the channel of judgment there. We've still got the corrective drive that is there. But at the same time, the 39 is there to provoke. It's there to provoke that unique spirit in the 55. You know, it can be a time of romance. It can be a time when you're really kind of pulled into something and that you really love, because I want to put the positive side as well. And funnily enough, that particular day, I will be going to a beautiful concert, which I'm sure will pluck up my heartstrings and let me enjoy the music of Nessie Gomez, one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to that. The 39, of course, can be very irritating for some people, because if the provocation doesn't work, then, you know that that's not the right person for you. So the moon here, the drive is, if you like, to find those people of the right spirit, to provoke and see if the people around you or the people that you're meeting are the right people for you or not. When we move into Wednesday and we move into the 20th of November, the moon changes. Again, the overall framework of the week remains the same. But here we have the 56 coming in, the storyteller coming in, the narrative coming in, stimulation coming in as a focus of the drive behind things. So what are the tales that are being told? What is the animated reality? What is really stimulating? There'll be quite a lot going on during that time. I also want you to realize it is an abstract gate. So again, it's about going into the past and finding the stimulation, speaking about the experiences that you've had or other people have had, that was amazing or not amazing, the opposite. It is, after all, a gate that can speak about the hope and lifting people up with a fantastic story, or bringing them down into the tragedy side of the abstract circuit, comedy and tragedy. And I often think about it as an entertainer gate as well. So again, it could be some interesting entertainment coming out during that time. But it's abstract. It's using the information from the past. On the 21st, we have that moon being replaced by the 33rd gate, another voice gate. No longer people speaking about stories and tales and narrative, but instead reviewing, seeing the bigger picture, thinking about the past and where we've been, and, are we remembering the lessons of history? Are we seeing everything that is going on, or just part of it? What is it that we remember? The sharing of memories will be taking place during this time. And again, I can't say specifically what kind of memories, but you're going to find yourself doing it as well, which is a wonderful thing about transits. When you realize that's in the transit field and you find yourself remembering things and sharing your memories, you go, I'm in the program. I'm in the program. And there's no way out of the program at the moment. When we come to the 22nd and we come to Friday, there's quite a big change that happens. The first thing is that the moon changes from the 33 into the 4, which creates a channel of that 63 skeptic, looking for the answers, and the answers appearing, or the formulas appearing. Remember that the 4th gate is regarded in the I Ching as youthful folly. It's a formula. It's a conceptual formula, a plan for how things can go. That doesn't mean that it will go that way. So again, thinking about the future, thinking about the different plans that we can make for the future based on us thinking about what's gone on in the past, what the stories are, what the tales are being told, what the memories are, checking to see if it makes sense or not. So a time where I think there'll be a lot of critical awareness and looking at the future and various plans being laid out for us. And in our own lives, making plans for the future, how to perhaps organize ourselves a bit better, thinking about what needs to be done. But the biggest change on this first line day, so Friday is the first line day, Friday is an investigative day, Friday is getting to the nitty-gritty. The first line day brings in the 3420. So this is the channel of charisma. This is the busy energy. This is the energy to get things done. And that's in the sun and the earth. So getting things done. And it's got quite a pushy energy to it as well. You know, get out of my way. I want to get on and do this. So it's a time when people may be thinking about what they really have energy for. It can be a selfish channel, and that they've got energy for this, but they haven't got energy for sharing with people. They haven't got energy for building things for others. It's like, what about them? You know, where is this energy going to go? Hopefully it's going to go into doing something that you love, getting that power coming through the transit field to get on and do what you really love and see what happens. It's a blind energy. But it's a busy energy. So there's a lot of activity we can expect on Friday. So there's a lot of busy energy that's going to be there, not only on Friday, but continuing for the next few days. Something else to consider with the channel of charisma coming is that it's going to affect those of you who have the 10th gate or who have the 57th gate. It's going to provide both the energy for your intuition. It's going to provide the energy for you to behave in an individualistic way. It's going to provide the pathway through to the 20, so that awareness, that intuition can be spoken, can be perceived in the moment. And in the 10th gate, through the channel of awakening into the 20th gate, people speaking from their personal truth, speaking from their deep truth. For those poets of you that are out there, this is a good time to let it out. This is a good time to really go into what you really want to say, how to express your uniqueness in poetic form or in musical form, or just speaking to others from your truth. When we move into Saturday, we have a moon change, and the moon goes into the 59. And the 59 is the sexual role gate. It is available for intimacy. It is available for connecting with people. And in a world sense, it's available for making more. Where can we make more? The energy to make more. The energy to start that third book that you wanted to do. And also, of course, the energy to meet with the other, the energy to be available for the other, you know, in the pain and pleasure that they're experiencing, to be available to the 6th gate, to be available to what may come from the emotional field, either in people or in the world around you. I often think about the 59, not just about making more, but also where is the fertility? Where is the juice to be able to do something that will magnify what it is you're already doing? And we finish on Sunday with the 64th gate coming in. So then we're back again in the mind, and this time dreaming. You know, the 64th gate, great gate of dreaming and thinking about the past, and in the confusion of, you know, what the hell did happen? What was going on back then? You know, feeding the thoughts by trying to experience through, often through feeling, what it was all about. But also about dreaming. I mean, think about the fact that the 63 is there, this skeptical gate. It's no longer tied to the 4th gate. It's still there thinking about the future. And then we've got the dreaming, you know, about the past and the future and the past, and the perspective now beginning to come to be inspired by what has happened in the past, where we're going in the future, the perspective of that. You know, are we moving in a good direction or not, based on the past, based on where we think things need to be changed, need to be improved, need to be laid down in a more logical way as well. So you can see this week, you know, we are going to be thinking about the past and the future. We are going to be watching the leadership moves. We are going to be thinking about ourselves and our own place in the world, our own unique contribution. And we're going to have the energy to actually do something about it when we hit into Friday. So my advice would be, you know, when that comes along, make sure you've got the time to be able to be busy about what you love and see what comes from that. You know, charisma is something that can work 3 times as hard as anyone else, you know, because of that energy, that raw power to do what it is that you want to do. So quite a time, quite a week. And I hope you'll take this in mind and watch it as it goes and enjoy the process. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back again very soon with something completely different. Bye for now.